Hey, it's ASMR Duck. Quack, quack, quack. How are you doing today? Wait. You want to know if I'd still love you if you were a worm? A tiny, squirmy little noodle. Just wriggling around in the dirt. Now that is an odd question to ask. What got that idea into your head? It'd be an interesting setup. But, I mean, how could I not love you, right? You would be the cutest little worm I'd ever seen. All soft and wriggly, poking out your tiny head out of the soil, just like, hello, it's me. I would scoop you up in my hands, like this. And I'd keep you safe. I wouldn't just leave you in the garden in the rain, or forget you wherever. Never. I'd carry you with me wherever I went, in my pocket, right over my heart. Warm, soft, cozy. Maybe with a tiny pillow made from a cotton ball. And that way you'd be nice and comfy on our adventures. And to think about it further, even if you were slimy, even if you tracked soil and dirt wherever you went, I'd just wipe up the dirt with a smile. I'd make you a little worm wardrobe, in fact. Maybe a tiny scarf, or even a fashionable beret, if you were feeling French. I can see it now, actually. You in your tiny knitted hat, and me showing you the world. From the windowsill, the sunlight coming in, the birds chirping. Oh, don't worry about the birds. I protect you. This isn't Finding Nemo. No birds. You'd be my little secret. My tiny, wiggly little soulmate. And I wouldn't let anything ever hurt you. I'd make sure that you were safe and sound. You know, sometimes you'd get scared. And maybe you'd burrow into my palms, trying to hide. And I would whisper to you, just like this. You don't have to worry about anything at all. Just relax, 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 relax. It's okay. I've got you. safe. I'm right here. I'll build you the nicest little home. Little glass terrarium. With moss and fresh leaves and a tunnel system. A little worm palace. And every day I'd check on you and I'd feed you the best compost. Worm gourmet meals. Lettuce. Artisanal banana peels. All served on a soft bed of soil. Yeah. Being a worm doesn't sound too bad, actually. And if you ever turned your tiny little worm nose up at my cooking. Do worms have noses? Anyway, I would try again, and I would become the world's best worm chef. Take that to the bank. But that being said, you wouldn't actually have arms anymore. For me, that would mean no hugs or hand holding. But I'd still hold you and cup you, just like this. Keeping you safe. And when you wiggled, I would know what every little squirm would mean. One wiggle for yes, 2 for no, and 3 for your squishing me. Which I would try not to do, but I'm prone to be clumsy from time to time. And at night, when the world was quiet, I'd take you out, lay you gently on a warm blanket, and maybe we'd watch the stars, watch the world go by, and I'd whisper stories to you. I'd whisper about the world you don't have to deal with anymore, that you can just relax from, because you're a worm. And you'd fall asleep to the sound of my voice, and the gentle brushing, right here, and right now, just sending you off to sleep. Calming dreams, little worm dreams, knowing that you are loved. And you know, if someone asks me, what's in your pocket? I'd say, oh, that's not just a worm. Nuh-uh. That's my partner. My person, my forever squiggle. On God. And on a more serious note, if the world didn't understand, if people laughed or said it was silly, I would smile. Because they don't know what we have. They don't know how much a tiny worm can hold, how much love they can have in their heart. worms don't technically have a heart. They have 5 ventricle arches, but that's beside the point. And speaking of which, love isn't about arms, hands, or hugs. It's about showing up, protecting, listening, making the other feel safe, and that you try to understand. You'd never be alone. No, not even for a second. I may have to put an air tag on you, though. I think that would be a good way to make sure that you don't ever get lost. But it'd be cute. I'd make like a little leather backpack or something. And if you were sad, I'd give you a little worm head scratch. Or whatever it is that worms have for 4 heads and 4 heads. I don't really know, but I'd figure it out. But now I have a question for you. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Uno reverse. I bet you weren't expecting that. Would you carry me and build me a little moss bed? Knit me a hat with your tiny human fingers? Or would you leave me in the garden, alone and squishy? I'm just teasing. I know you'd care. I can feel it. Just begin to relax. Because love isn't about a form, or it's about feeling. About choosing someone over and over. Even if they're small. Even if they're slimy. And even if they live in dirt. So, whether you're a worm, a human, or even if you're a stardust being from the Andromeda galaxy, I'd still love you. I'd still take care of you. I'd still find you. And I'd still make it work. You can count on that. And that's a promise. Always. Now, do you have any more questions? Or are you ready to go to bed? little worm. I hope you have a great night. Take care. Bye for now.